so many different languages today because we carried in all the flags representing the different nationalities that make up Mary Mother of God. You don't really need a homily here, but they pay me to say something, so I'll say something, not for too long. But I think it was at Wilton Gregory's installation as Bishop of Washington that they did the languages in all the different languages. I think they stole that idea from us. Washington steals from Scranton. Well, whatever. Can you imagine that? But let me just say this. Whoever devised the church's ceremonies was a genius. Baptism uses water. Pretty simple. Eucharist uses bread. Pretty simple. Even prisoners get bread and water. And on Pentecost we use wind. The strong driving wind that Timmy read for you. And the tongues of fire. Well, wind and fire. But you think about it. Are those good symbols? Because I don't want to mention the name of the family, but it's at the bottom of Oak Street. The wind blew through, I think it was Memorial Day, destroyed 2 cars. I think the wind has been the story of this spring. Tornadoes have been hitting everywhere, even here. And if that family had not been lucky, a kid could have gotten killed. Their house was damaged and cars were destroyed. Wind can be a negative thing. In fire, you see the forest fires in the western part of our country are very destructive. So why does the church use wind and fire as, and the answer is because wind and fire, I think they're also constructive if used properly. The ancient sailor knew if he puts a sail up, the wind will take him across the sea. He knew that. See, it's called the Holy Spirit for a reason. There are spirits that are not holy, and there are spirits that are holy. And our church has to be filled with the Holy Spirit. I'll give you some examples of unholy spirits that many churches struggle with. We've always done it that way. That's a particular problem for the Catholic Church because we're so old. We're 2,000 years old. We have traditions and customs. Nobody carries the flags in church like we do. Nobody does the petitions like we're going to do. Nobody does the crazy things we do. But nobody joins a new family every day of the year either. That's a challenge for us. Everybody has a routine, but the routine cannot paralyze you. Many churches, we do the same thing this year, we do, Number 2, that's my seat, not yours. You're all supposed to laugh, by the way. Do we have to have the ice cream social after this Mass? No, but if there's a newcomer, I want them to know that they're welcome. It isn't your seat. It's God's seat. We're just here for a couple days. Number 3, Father knows best. Oh, is that a problem? Let Father do everything. No, he doesn't. Why do we give out those stewardship folders with all the different word worship community service? Because your baptism is more important than my ordination. The church comes from you. The block party ain't going to run because of me. It's going to run because of you. We might not even need the block party. I think we probably still do financially, but we'd have it no matter what. Because some people, that's their big thing. They're good at making this and that. Those are spirits you got to get rid of. Father knows best, etc. Holy spirits sound like this. It's about mission, not maintenance. If you're not growing, you're in trouble. We don't have to do the cookout up at Bangor Heights or the parties down at the townhouse apartments. We don't have to give out the bathing suits at Weston Field and Western Park. Nobody else does that. You don't have to do that. But every time we do those things, we register new families. And maybe somebody's saying, what church is that doing that? It sounds like a church I want to join. Those are big things. They only cost a couple dollars, but they're big things. If there's no crying, you're dying. When a baby starts to cry, some people get annoyed. I love it. Those of you who come to this Mass all the time know that there's often a kid at this Mass with special needs. God bless the mother. Not only does that kid have every bit as much right to be here as you do, that's the most important kid in the church. Absolutely. Because if he doesn't come, the mother's not going to come. I wouldn't want to trade places with her. She has her hands full. People sitting around her help her. And if she comes with the kid with special needs, how could I not come? If there's no crying, you're in trouble. We love babies crying. Number 3, Eucharist is not a reward for the holy, it's a medicine for the sick. Okay, nobody's perfect out there. If you think you shouldn't receive, come up and talk to me. We'll see what we can do so you do think you can receive. Might take some time. If only the perfect people came to church, would it be empty. This is for everybody. Not every church thinks like that. I have friends who won't baptize a baby if the parents aren't married. We rarely do a baptism where the parents are married. What are you going to do? I wish everybody was married. It doesn't work like that today. But we love that person just as much. They need a sacrament more than anybody. Those churches grow. Those are holy spirits. There are unholy spirits. You know, here it is. I've been waiting to use this. This is a flyer given out when Jimmy Reddington was honored last year on May 26th and 27th, Memorial Day, so it's a year old. I didn't know Jimmy Reddington. He's from this area, born in the Marvin area, grew up in Westonfield. He got killed in Vietnam in '67. You know what the Marines have? It's called an esprit de corps. I didn't know Reddington, but I know an esprit de corps. A church that has a spirit of oneness, all the different parishes, all the different languages. People care about each other. Other churches than that will not survive. You have to have that esprit. He died, but the Marine Corps is strong. You might say the Marine Corps is strong because guys died. That's what church has to be, a spirit of God. Let us stand.